Hey Internet, it's Andrew with the Knights of the Drunk Watch, and we're here to give our review of episode 7 of season 2 of the Umbrella Academy, Oga for Oga.
Hey everybody, if this is your first time with the Knights of the Drunk Watch, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every time we drop a video like this where Andrew bastardizes other people's languages.
We're the Knights of the Drunk Watch,
And
now
our
talk
talk
begins. The first topic is the handler's coup d'etat.
In English?
The handler
Coup d'etat.
of the
Coup
power.
d'etat.
coup d'etat.
Crudité? What are we?
It's also called
You've
a
never
coup.
heard
It's a
coup
coup.
d'etat?
In the South. It's a coup.
I didn't know
It's a coup.
I didn't know it was a coup d'etat. I just know coup. I know that word.
Or
Mutiny.
a coup. A coup.
Rebellion.
A coup is short for coup d'etat, which is French. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, and then when I say in English, y'all are like, it is English, bitches. It's not. We just use it like this.
So 5 takes out the board but saves the fish, right?
Yeah.
Lila
Right.
becomes head of security, and the handler's uniforms are pretty SS, and she is pretty Ava Perón.
So then the question is does he travel with a lot of Umbrella Academy uniforms, or is he just that good at getting bloodstains out?
Okay, well, now here, he did live in the apocalypse, so presumably, depending how long the apocalypse had gone on, all of the detergent on the entire world had been used up. So he learned secrets to get stains out of dirty clothing. So now he's just like,
Except
Mr.
for he outgrew his uniform in the apocalypse.
But he still needed to wash his new clothes. And these are the kind of important subjects we should be discussing.
mannequins are always wearing fresh, trendy, to-date apparel.
And then, I mean, if it was cleaning and not new outfits, he got that dry real quick.
No, but I want to call bullshit on the coup d'etat because what 5 did that for was a way out of 1963 with a 90-minute timer, which
I
I'm
mean,
like,
that was
oh,
bullshit.
no,
Couldn't she have just
no.
given him a fucking briefcase?
I think she knew that he wasn't going to take it and it wasn't going to work.
I know.
Like it was a way to get out of her deal with him to let him out. It's how she works.
She had 11 people murdered. That's your problem?
Yeah, I don't know those men.
Yeah.
And
Don't care about those people or that fish.
It
I don't care about
was
fish.
11 people murdered, period. That was all it was.
Klaus, Ben, and Love in Time of Possession.
Aww.
I feel so sorry for her to be like, I'm a virgin. She was like, what about when we fucked last week? He's like, God damn it. Still doesn't know which one Jill is.
I really have to say, I thought that was the perfect way to be kind of like, all right, Ben, back to reality.
But now it's only Diego that knows that Ben has that power. So 5 and Luther still just think that Klaus is a weird drugged up person. Like,
And Diego's no longer there, so yeah. And you know, how did Ben not know that it was Klaus and Jill and Kichi and
Ben isn't always there.
Right?
Inga?
He can't go anywhere but where Klaus is.
But he can
Yeah.
just peace out.
Yeah, he wasn't there when Klaus was in jail at all.
Yeah.
He was at the house waiting.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Was he? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, okay. Well, then here again, if he's so fixated on Jill and he's like, I watch you sleep, I look at you, and I
Can I
stare
smell
at
your hair?
soul. How did she not see him go? Or she see her go with Klaus and Kichi and get, you know?
I'm sure that wasn't the first time. Like it's a thing that probably happens in this sex cult.
There's
Yeah.
a swing, so we gotta use it.
45 minutes from Broadway. 5 has 40 minutes to get the gang back together and back on the road. Allison is delayed by the
Everything
Swedes.
just
Diego's delayed by Delilah. Diego's delayed by Lila. And Vanya screws it all for Love, and she doesn't even know how to double tap.
Okay, well, here, let me say this. Let me just say this. How many of us are guilty of trying to squeeze in that one thing we know we don't have to do, but we want to get it done before we have to go do something else?
Before we have to escape on a time machine, you mean?
Okay, no. You're trying to put priorities on something. I'm simply saying the group is gathering at 8 o'clock to have a talkback discussion. Oh, I've got plenty of time to go do this. Let me fit that
not
in.
the fucking same thing.
No, we're not saving the world here.
There's always time to kidnap your lesbian lover and her developmentally challenged son. Always. Always. I don't care who you are. Time briefcase.
I always put it on my list, but like I try to get that done at least 15 minutes early so that I can be there on time.
And to it, there's
Streamline
always
the kidnapping.
graves for random strangers you met earlier in that week. Always.
I gotta get stamps.
Right.
I can't get in the time machine, guys. I gotta get stamps. I call bullshit. Allison getting punched in the throat. That's such a fucking stupid superpower.
Like, why does she not wear like a
One of those neck braces with those convenient holes right there in the center,
Oh,
so that you can like
No,
perform a trachea.
metal? Let's just start now because that's twice. She's got cut and punched. That's twice. You need to start rectifying the problem.
Okay, fair enough. She should start
Onboard
wearing.
chokers.
She should start wearing 16th century gorgets.
Just all of them having to be like, oh, I have to do this one more thing though. Like, either don't go with 5 or go with 5 right now. Like, because you're leaving your world as it is or you're not. Like, those are your two choices. So being like, oh, but I have to say goodbye. Like, why does it matter? I mean, that's not good for anybody. But it's no better than you just disappearing. Look what leaving a note does.
This episode was very
A note would have been the best way to handle everybody's personal shit.
No.
Except for Vanya's, which is what happened.
This episode was just more stalling until there's what, 2 more episodes left?
They keep separating the gang, and that's so fucking annoying. Why do they keep them separate? I don't understand.
Because we're starting to get into American Horror Story levels of this didn't need to be 9 episodes. Is it 9 episodes? It's
Could
gonna
have
be
been 3 episodes.
10.
We could have had 8 episodes total and gotten half of this, like some of this shit out. Like it is so frustrating when we have yet another episode that has been just artificially handed to us in a fucking briefcase of you got 90 minutes to leave. Oh, you didn't leave.
The problem is that we don't care about any of this stuff because they haven't properly set us up. We did not get invested. Like, they tried to spend time on building the background, but they also spend enough to, I don't know exactly where the balance of time is, because we don't care about their side stories. All we care about is the main plot line driving it forward.
We don't know the plot. It's episode 8. We don't know the plot. What's supposed to happen? What are we trying to do?
I don't know what if, like, is JFK showing up?
Not an apocalypse is the don't do another apocalypse is the only plot I've gotten so far.
Lesbian time escapism is okay if you're in a loveless marriage.
But when is the shooting? Like, are we going to see it next episode? They're still fucking there. They haven't left.
That's in like 2-3 days.
And Hazel, he came, you have 10 days to deal until you wind up at this point that you just saw, which is the bad future. Like, how do we get in like 3 days from where everybody is now to tanks blowing up everything in the fucking streets?
Well, no, I mean, and at this point, we don't have time for another single character offshoot backstory level about what they did in the time between.
No, I'm done with that. There should have been 1 episode.
There's no escalation at all. There's nothing happening.
I think that that's the problem, though, is this is a show that's meant to be consumed. It is designed for that.
How's it meant to be consumed?
Like in
Thank you, guys.
sucking one long noodle. It's meant to be watched and binged. Us watching it every week and taking time in between and really analyzing every episode.
Discussing
not
every
what
episode.
the show is really designed for.
No, I wonder if we are getting weaker shows when they're dropped on us all at once. And we're just not noticing it because
Like,
watch it all at
they're
once.
designed to be that way, yeah.
Yeah, because they have written it to be at least watched in 2 or 3 sittings at the at the most. We're getting more character development in any given episode, or more in personal story development, because they expect you to move right on to the next episode where all the action is. So by the time you finish for that night, you've had all of that at once. We are the Knights of the Drunk Watch.
And
now
Our talk
has ended.
has ended.
Beautiful.
Nailed it.